Calisto 5 and Calisto 9 troubleshooting. Checking the power and hardware integrity. This video will guide technicians through the validation of all electronic boards inside the Calisto 5 and Calisto 9 units.
The validation of the monitor consists of checking that the monitor is properly wired electrically and that the monitor's power supply is providing the various voltages throughout the electronic boards of the monitor.
Here are the tools needed: a 3/8 inch flat screwdriver, a 1/8 inch flat screwdriver, a multimeter measuring up to 300 VAC and up to 300 VDC. Warning: please follow the procedure carefully to prevent accidents. The monitor must be powered on to determine any malfunction. For this reason, electrical shocks pose a serious hazard. Make sure the door is closed when you are not working directly on the monitor and that the tools and equipment you use are properly insulated. To avoid being the unintentional path to ground, make sure the monitor is well grounded. Notice, to avoid electrostatic-related damage to sensitive components inside the unit, the Calisto enclosure must be well grounded, and the installer must wear an ESD wrist strap throughout the entire process. Turn on the monitor and open the Calisto door using a 3/8 inch flat screwdriver. Mains board verification. The first step is to check that the green LED on the mains board is illuminated. If it is, that confirms that the Calisto is receiving power and that the switch is functioning properly. However, even if the green LED is lit, it is still a good idea to verify that the power provided to the Calisto is stable at 100 to 240 volts AC, 50 to 60 Hz, or 100 to 220 volts DC. The power going to the Calisto power supply comes from PSU-L and PSU-N connector on the top left of the mains board. It should be the same as described earlier. There are two fuses that protect the power supply, one overcurrent fuse and one thermal fuse. To validate their proper operation, you must turn off the Calisto to prevent serious injury or damage to the monitor. Communication interface board verification. On the communication interface board, several LEDs can confirm that the Calisto is operating properly. The 1.2 volts and 3.3 volts power LED must always be lit. Both plus 5 volt LEDs for analog input must be lit. Otherwise, the analog input won't be operational. Activity LEDs are also available to verify both Ethernet and the RS-485 ports. A good way to validate that the power supply of the monitor is functioning properly is to verify the voltage on the accessory power output connector. It should be between 13.35 and 13.85 volts and steady. If optional communication cards have been installed, their activity or power LED can be verified to ensure that they are working properly. Main I/O board verification. On the main I/O board, the power on LED indicates that the power supply unit gives the 13.5 volts to the main I/O, while the heartbeat indicates that the firmware is running properly. The power on LED should always be lit, but the heartbeat should be blinking slowly. If the heartbeat is either off or always on, the unit can be reset. Other indicators are the three LEDs that indicate if different voltages are available for the monitor to operate properly. These three LEDs must always be lit. On the cell I/O board, there is an LED that must be lit in order to give the necessary power to the gas sampling cell. Gas sampling cell verification. On the gas sampling cell, the power LED must always be lit. If the LED for the sampling cell on the cell I/O is lit, but the one on the cell itself is not, the cable connection and integrity should be verified. This concludes the hardware integrity troubleshooting video for Calisto C501, C901.
Please remember to follow these instructions carefully and contact us if you have any questions. Calisto can be virtually maintenance-free when properly installed. If you have any questions about this procedure, please feel free to ask for our help. Morgan Schaffer offers worldwide service and technical support. We are here to help you.
For detailed information, please refer to the Calisto 5 and Calisto 9 installation and operation manual, or contact Morgan Schaffer's Technical Support Department. This video was produced by Morgan Schaffer, a Doble engineering company, subsidiary of ESCO Technologies.